Cancer, welcome to Third Eye Tarot. This is going to be a reading for the second half of August 2025, or for whenever you find it. Let's get started. Hey Spirit, please bring messages for Cancer's highest good. Thank you. So welcome back, Cancer. If you're returning subscribers, thank you so much. So happy to have you here. If you're new, welcome. On the cut, we have the Five of Swords, and on the other side, we have Justice. So whatever drama there was is being dealt with, it looks like. Justice being the major arcana for the sign of Libra. This is for Cancer. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for Cancer. Hope you survived the Mercury retrograde all right. If you're alive and watching this, then I guess you did. You made it through. Not everyone in our community over here made it through. Had a few deaths in the area. Seems every Mercury retrograde things just kind of ramp up. Go a little extra crazy. I hear the Grand Canyon is on fire. We're still in the post shadow of the retrograde, climbing up out of that energy. ZZ is here, and he is an older dog, so he is a heavy breather. We have the Emperor on the bottom of the deck. Major Arcana for Aries. This is the dawn of the deck. This is the boss. Somebody in control of their world. Messages for Cancer. Thank you, Spirit. Three of Cups is your first card. Ten of Pentacles is next. Page of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. Two of Cups coming under the Three of Cups. Eight of Cups coming under the Ten of Pentacles. Messages for Cancer. Thank you, Spirit. Ten of Swords coming under the Page of Pentacles. One more. Queen of Swords coming under the Seven of Pentacles. Ten of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Something's very heavy here, Cancer. Somebody walked away from a connection, from a stable environment here, or maybe it appeared to be stable, right? Because we have two tens here, and the other 10, being the Ten of Swords, is quite ugly in comparison to this beautiful Ten of Pentacles, right? So it could have seemed on the surface that everything was hunky-dory, but in fact, there was someone who was taking sword after sword into their body here, and it was quite painful. And so we disengaged, Eight of Cups here, to go in search of something better than the Ten of Swords, for God's sakes. But there's something about a very slow grow here with the Seven of Pentacles, Queen of Swords underneath that. It's something can't move very quickly because, well, apparently somebody's very guarded here. I would imagine this Ten of Swords probably has something to do with that. Now the Two of Cups is here, Cancer, but so is the Three of Cups right above it. So which is it? You know, two people or three people? You know, maybe there was a whole mess of people. And maybe that's why somebody was like, yeah, okay, bye. Let's see. Let's clarify for Cancer. On the cut, we have the Three of Wands. Waiting for your ships to come in is the Three of Wands, but in this case, we're waiting for the next wave to catch. Death energy on the other side, major arcana for Scorpio. Something came to an end here so that something else could be reborn, right? So in this deck, they do call it death and rebirth. Scorpio energy is death and rebirth. This deck is the Light Seers Tarot, and I think they try to lighten things up a bit. Let's see. This is for Cancer. Thank you, Spirit. Clarity on the spread for Cancer. Yeah, okay, so there's this feeling of like, God, just waiting. That's what it feels like. Like, when is it ever gonna mature? When is it ever gonna come to fruition? It's just, oh my gosh, they just threw these off the top, and it's the Seven of Pentacles, literally, that I just showed you with the Ace. Something about an investment here, waiting for something to mature, an investment to mature in order to have perhaps the money to move how we want to move, or yeah, I mean, it could be because this Page of Pentacles is such a small, a bit, right? It's just a small amount. It's not sufficient. It's a page. Although it is the beginning of something too. Maybe you've begun something and it started to grow, but it's just not growing at the pace that you would like it to. And that is frustrating someone. That's the energy I'm feeling off of this Three of Wands right now, because of that Seven of Pentacles. Clarify the Three of Cups. Nine of Wands. Somebody's very, very guarded. I feel that the Three of Cups could have been a third-party situation in what otherwise was, you know, a two-person party. Queen of Wands on the bottom of the deck. This is somebody who's moving very passionately. So it could have been somebody who was driven by a lustful nature. And, you know, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries there with the Queen of Wands. The Ten of Pentacles is next. Maybe the home life just felt too stifling. I don't know. Clarify this Ten of Pentacles for Cancer. Thank you, Spirit. Well, Cancer, there you are. You almost always show up in your readings. The Chariot, it's your major arcana. So forward momentum. Knight of Swords, Nine of Swords, the Magician, and the Nine of Pentacles. Two nines straight out the gate. I feel that these are two different people. I feel that there's someone here who's reclaimed their sovereignty and their autonomy. Nine of Pentacles. They're moving as a single independent energy, and there's someone else, Nine of Swords, who's very distraught over that, and perhaps is rushing in Knight of Swords with communication, trying to manifest something here, Cancer, with that Magician. Major arcana for Virgo and Gemini. Page of Pentacles. Okay, that was quick. Wheel of Fortune. Number 10. We have two tens here already. Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Swords. And the Ten of Swords is directly under this Page of Pentacles that we're clarifying. There's a huge turnaround. Maybe if somebody felt like their monetary resources were insufficient, there's some stroke of luck, I would like to say, with that Wheel of Fortune, right? It's a fortunate turn of events. Maybe there was, with the Seven of Cups here, somebody just was confused. There was some confusion lingering hanging, looming, very clouded, right? You see the clouds here in the Wheel of Fortune, but she's rising up out of the clouds. You can see the cloud down here with the Seven of Cups. So rising out of that confusion, some sort of a lucky break is what that feels like. Clarify the Seven of Pentacles, please, for Cancer. Wow, 10 of Pentacles again. So it literally could be money related, some sort of a lucky break concerning financial gains, financial wins here. Clearing the mind is coming through very clearly here, Cancer, with this King of Swords. He has a very clear mind. There is no confusion, right? Two of Cups is next. Clarify the Two of Cups. Wow. Okay, listen, so the Tower, boom, something blew up, something exploded, or this could have been like love that came in and just like, boom, smacked you upside the head, because it's a freaking Tower with the King of Cups. It's like all of a sudden love, right? And I say that because we have the Sun on the bottom of the deck. So I wouldn't say that this Tower is necessarily a bad thing. I think it's all of a sudden like someone's been like hit with all these feelings. Just somebody else is assessing the situation, apparently. Queen of Swords on the cut. But yeah, all of these extreme feelings. It's like their heart center is just completely open. I mean, arms wide open, right? Chest lifted, expansive energy. Look at that Judgment under that. So this is the rebirth aspect of Scorpion energy. Someone's coming back to life here. It's like all of a sudden, I feel like, you know, when people almost die, and I'm saying that because we have the freaking 10 of Swords here. There's 10 swords through that person. Couple of them straight to the brain, right? But when somebody like almost dies and then they come in with that machine, what is it, EKG machine? I don't know what it is, okay? It's some kind of thing that like shocks them and they come back to life, right? That's what this feels like. It feels like somebody was, perhaps they, you know, metaphorically speaking, or maybe even literally had a near-death experience, something that really rocked them. And then this like love energy comes in and just like cracks them open again, like shocks them awake again. Clarify the 10 of Swords. No, excuse me. We have the 8 of Cups to get to next. That was disengaging. Disengaging from something that was emotionally draining. Planning how to get from point A to point B. 2 of Wands to get to that 2 of Cups. So maybe something comes in and wakes someone up here and they realize that they have to disengage from something else in order to cross the distance to get to the love that has brought them back from the dead. 10 of Swords for Cancer. Thank you, Spirit. Wow, didn't we see the Emperor earlier when, yeah, we did. I remember seeing him. Here he is again, making boss moves, strategizing something at the moment. There's the 3 of Wands. Waiting for the ships to come in, waiting for the right moment, I think. Because, well, we are approaching a Queen of Swords, right? Somebody who's like, not so fast. You can stop right there and I'll hear you, but I have my sword raised, right? Might cut you out is the energy. Clarify the Queen of Swords. So much fun when they hit the floor, and but totally worth it when it's the same card. Three of Cups, bottom of the deck. Brings me right back up to the Three of Cups that opened your reading today. That was clarified with the Nine of Wands. Queen of Swords is super freaking guarded because of, you know, is this a two-party experience or a three-party experience? Are we including the whole town? What's going on here? You know, she's not going to let just anyone in. It's going to take some work to convince her that things are legit. Let's get you an angel card before we close out. This is for Cancer. Thank you. Wow, you have new partner. A chance meeting is no mistake, is divinely orchestrated as a catalyst to set the wheels in motion for the fruition of your prayers. Pay careful attention to new people we send into your life. You will recognize them by your sense of familiarity, comfort, and safety. This love, this new partner, love that comes in, that's a catalyst to turn the wheel, it said. Like, I mean, literally. Divinely orchestrated as a catalyst to set the wheels in motion. It's literally like a mic drop situation here because it's what we've already read. I love this job. Thank you, Spirit, for these messages. If you like the way I read the cards, Cancer, please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. Super helpful. Get me into the algorithm of YouTube. Hope something was helpful. Till next time, take it easy. Bye.